Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I've been doing a lot of stock market investing and trading, and that's something I love, although my business is actually real estate development. But I've been investing in the market since 2005, which is 15 years ago. I use ICICIdirect.com, that's my favorite broker, and I just love the whole way everything is just perfectly integrated with your bank account, your demat account, and it's easy. That's my own personal choice. And I wanted to I've been doing a lot of interesting stuff, doing a lot of research about the markets, about trading, about doing different things in various aspects of the market. I've been doing things 2020, in fact, I've been doing things that I've never done before in the stock market, which I want to share with you. I will share with you in more detail in later videos in more detail, but this video is primarily just about, in general, how the stock market is something that we're lucky to have, because it's been open during this entire period. In fact, that's probably the only thing in this whole period of the last 4 months almost now that has been open all the time. The stock market never closed down in India, and also I believe in other parts of the world. I mean, in the none of the major markets at least were closed down, so that's a great thing. It has given an opportunity to people to make money. If you are involved or if you're interested in the stock market and you've been following, then you know this already. But if you haven't been following, let me tell you that when this whole crisis started back in March, there was a huge fall in the stock market all around the world. India was no exception. However, having said that, I think that not only me, but a lot of people, a lot of analysts, have been very surprised at the pace with which it's come back. I mean, it's almost reached, if not back to where it was, but it's probably crossed more than halfway up from the fall that happened. So the stock market is coming back, and it's a good opportunity for people who are at home to start investing, start trading a little bit. Of course, you have to be careful, you have to know what you're doing. However, let me be honest with you, it is a journey that you cannot afford to miss, because if you keep contemplating, oh, how is this thing going to, it's risky, it's this, it's that. Yes, everything in life has risks, okay? Now, without risk, there are no rewards. But why I say that? Because even a FD is risky, right? So I mean, banks have collapsed also. So I mean, it's not about trying to scare you, but it's just that, remember in life that there's always a risk in life. When you wake up in the morning every single day, anything can happen to you, and to me, and to anybody. So we cannot be afraid of risk. We have to learn to manage risk, and we manage risk in various ways, okay? However, having said all that, the stock market is a great way for people to create wealth. And what I love about the stock market is that you can start as small as you want. You can start investing in the stock market with, maybe 500 rupees, okay? I mean, theoretically, yes, but what I'm trying to say is that there is no minimum limit to what you can invest. You can start investing with whatever is comfortable to you, whether it's 500 rupees, 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, whatever is comfortable to you, you can start investing. There are a lot of different vehicles for investing. I personally I enjoy researching the markets. I enjoy studying companies and looking at both fundamental and technical analysis, as it's called, and we'll get more into that later on. But I enjoy that whole process. So I invest directly in stocks, I buy the stocks directly. They're in my demat. So however small or however tiny little bit of a owner I am in those, but yes, I am a owner in them. Just like everybody who owns shares in that company is a part owner. People like to invest in mutual funds and other things. That's not for me. I mean, I do invest in mutual funds, very little, and that too more in liquid funds, which we'll get to later on, and things like that, because it's sort of similar to an FD, except that it has more advantages than an FD, because an FD you have to make a certain amount, and then if you're drawing on that you have to break that amount and things like that, whereas a FD, liquid fund, whatever amount you can buy the units, and if you need some money you sell those units and you don't lose out on the rest. The rest keeps growing, you don't have to break your whole thing. Anyhow, we're digressing a bit. So stock markets is a great way of making wealth, because you become a part owner in a company, and over time, if the company that you've invested in is good, it keeps growing, and you will keep getting your investment will keep growing as the company is growing. If the company is paying dividend, then part of their profit, periodically, maybe once or twice in a year, generally companies are paying once, twice, some are even paying 3 times a year, you get dividends. Unfortunately, this year in the budget, dividends are now again taxed in the hands of the stock owner. So again, we will have to again start paying taxes on dividends in India, which I feel is unfortunate. But anyhow, that's a different argument. But yes, for the companies that are paying the dividend, it's good, because now tax is no longer, that company no longer has to pay dividend distribution tax. Anyhow, so when you invest in a company, you become part owner. If the company grows, the value of the share grows. If the company declares dividend, you get that can become a good source of regular income. And there are a lot of tools available, which I will make a video later on dividends in particular, and dividend yields. What is a dividend? What is a dividend yield? How do you identify which companies are likely to pay you dividend? So there are a whole bunch of things. Then stocks also, at times they issue bonuses, they split their face value, they can issue rights issues, which just happened with Reliance, which I believe they raised around 55,000 crore rupees just from the rights issue, something like that. So anyways, investing in the stock market is something that you can do at your own time, your own pace. You do not have to sit in front of a computer the whole day at all if you are an investor, or even a short-term trader, as in like a positional trader or a swing trader. Of course, if you're an intraday trader, you generally will be sitting in front of the screen, but that is something that at least I would not recommend as a beginner, at least, definitely not. But later on, one has to be open to all ideas, see what suits you best, and it's something that you can start with a very small amount, and over time that small amount grows. You keep investing, you benefit from the principle of compounding, which we will come to again later on. So yes, the stock market has a lot of opportunities, and I would recommend it to anyone.